Hello and welcome to a very special episode of KnKplayVotV. Yes, that's right, we're not playing D&D today. We're playing Veil of the Void, which is a D6 system which we discovered over on Kickstarter and we're actually really excited about. We're playing off of the demo book, which is for levels 1 through 4, with 3 of the classes and 3 of the races. One of the things that drew us to Veil of the Void is the creator's emphasis on narrative play and on the rule set being a living being, something that changes as you go. He encourages players to really stretch the boundaries and see what they can make of it. So Keith and I sat down and said, now how could we stretch the limits of what this game means? So what you're going to hear in today's episode is very different from our normal approach. You're going to hear something that's very narrative driven. You will not hear a GM. There will be relatively little rule checking. We're kind of running some balances on each other. This is going to be very similar to work that Keith and I used to do together writing. So it may at times feel a little bit more like an audio drama than like a game, but rest assured this was entirely improvised, and the dice rolls that happen directly affect the narrative outcome. We'll get more into the nitty-gritty of things at the end of the episode. This is one episode of what's probably going to be a little mini-series, so I hope that you enjoy this episode of KnKplayVotV.
Welcome to Gallivant Station, in Sector ZQ-148. Shuttle from Mersa now arriving. Please mind the gap as you disembark.
Oh, can you believe we're finally here, G? Look around you, isn't it beautiful?
Yes, the decor is quite appealing.
You can see forever. I knew that there was like a glass top to this, but I didn't realize how majestic that would make the world look. Look at it down there.
There are many biologics down there.
Yeah, many just sparks in the universe. Isn't that astounding?
It is astounding to see the myriad of life forms biologics come through.
Gee, are you okay, buddy?
I am well. How are you?
You just seem like you're taking a lot of time for processing.
This is a new environment for both of us. I am processing. I am processing all the new information of our location and those around us.
We already know everything there is to know about the people who come here, though, silly. We know that this station is a mixed race station. We know what races come here on a regular basis. It's why we're here. I mean, yes, because mom and dad are here, but, you know, they're here for business. You and me, we're here to meet people.
That is what I am assessing. We know the facts of the people as the species, but not the individuals of the species.
Oh, you're okay. The Kith punish criminals harder than anyone else in the quadrant. The Dragos don't even really have crime.
That we are aware of.
That we're aware of. Yeah, I'll grant that. But you know what? There's also humans here, and the whole reason that we came to this station, G.
Need I remind you that the Rem do have a presence in this quadrant?
The Rem haven't been over here in like 18 months. It's not a big deal. They've got it under control. They've got it figured out. And you know, gee, there is Celestia here.
They have been known to come here. We are not certain that there are any present at this current time. Speaking of which, we should move off the concourse.
Okay, fine. Let's go. But all of the forums say that they're here. All of the forums say that they saw some just this week, and not just like one, but like a few of them. I need to meet a Celestia, G.
I am aware of this urge. You have been speaking of it non-stop through our shuttle ride from the cruiser.
Alright, it's not an urge, G. This is my life. Nobody in my family can manipulate energy like me.
Affirmative.
And nobody in the universe manipulates energy quite the same way that the Celestia do.
They are a species unto themselves.
Exactly. And so what I have is much more in common with them than any of the Kith or Dragos that we've visited.
Affirmative.
How are you feeling?
I am well.
the processing going faster now?
Affirmative.
You just let me know if you need anything, okay?
Affirmative.
Do you want to go to the market?
That would be pleasing.
Let's go to the market.
Very well. Onward. Attention. For the owner of a blue Mersta Craft Sunspeeder light skiff, please report to compound 8413. Please report to compound 8413. Registration Z Alpha Niner 321 Beta Gamma. Please report to compound 8413. Thank you.
I've been thinking since we're here, it might be interesting to go down to the Kith Quadrant, because the Kith metal, as you know, I mean, like, it's nothing that the Mersta work with, but I thought it could be interesting to make you some new components with it. Maybe augment, like, your weapon systems.
Kith metal is very unique. We would have to ascertain if it is compatible with my current components or not.
It's also pretty expensive, but maybe we could get you like a dagger or something. That could be fun.
I have been eyeing Kith daggers on the nets.
I know. So, guess what?
You're wanting me to guess what is in your thoughts at this moment. I would not be able to hazard what you are thinking, so I will do a general guess of you are thinking of chicken butt.
I mean, that's a really good guess, and normally that would probably be a good one. But no, there's actually a really good Kith metalworker in this marketplace. I did some research before we came.
Is there? Mm-hmm. Which clan are they from?
I think they're from, like, one of the, like... Well, they're not from any clan anymore, but, like...
Ha 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 ha, I got you there.
Oh, gee. Don't tease me.
What do you know of this metalworker?
I know that she's really, like, big. Like, strong. Like, she could probably snap me in half without even really trying.
Most Kith can.
Are you making a comment about my stature?
No.
Do you think that Mom and Dad will be mad if we miss the opening ceremony?
I believe they would be disappointed, but not mad.
You don't think that they really expect me to take over the business, do you?
I am unsure.
I mean, I love working with you guys. You know that I do. I love prototypes, but...
It shows.
I know. But it's... I don't know. I just think... There's more to me than being able to manipulate a motherboard, you know?
Security, report to 871. Security to post 871.
Oh, 871. That's the one that we just walked by. Rogers, get down! Damn it. Wow, it's actually happening, like, right over there. That's a real firefight, isn't it? I've never seen somebody get gutted like that before. That's kind of distressing.
Miss, get down, now!
Okay, I'm down. Fine. My name is Mick Caulfield. I didn't set out for a firefight today. This was supposed to be easy, in and out. Of course, we've known about the artifact for months. We've known the plans to place it on this particular day, the day of the opening ceremony of the new Prototype Upgrade Expo. It's one of those things that the nerds come to every year, and apparently makes a lot of money, not that I would know about that. I gathered a good team this time around, or so I thought. There were 5 of us. That's a good number. It's not too big to be clumsy, and it's not too small that you're all stretched too thin to get the job done. I thought it was going to be sufficient. And now I have a laser wound in my shoulder, and I think I just saw one of my buddies get eviscerated.
Attention everyone. Non-essential personnel, please vacate the market district. Non-essential personnel, please vacate the market district.
Oh wow, they're evacuating us. I see a dumpster over there. Looks like it's made out of something pretty sturdy. I might be able to use it as some cover. I'm going to attempt to run and jump over it and land on the other side. What difficulty would you reckon that is?
I would say it's an average one, so you need 3 successes.
We'll call that a finesse roll.
That's a finesse roll.
That is 4 successes.
Nice. Quad 5s.
I roll and I tumble, and I get myself up and over, and I land. Hi, mister. How's it going out there? What are you doing here, kid? You should have left with the rest of them. Well, I'm kind of stuck here, so I just thought that I'd wait it out. This isn't something you wait out.
As this is happening, I have drawn my chain saber and am attempting to strike at you.
All right, the human is going to attempt to parry. I have 2 successes. I fail at the parry.
I have 3 successes and a 3. 3 because of my flow of battle attribute I can store. It gives me a battle charge, and I can store up to 6. 3 will give me an automatic landing of my next attack.
This human is looking to be in kind of rough shape.
My chain saber slices through the air, dealing a total of 7 points of damage to him.
So, where are you from, mister?
Yeah, don't talk to me while I'm loading a pistol. I'm gonna stand up and take a shot with my caliber pistol. With any ranged weapon, that's a finesse shot.
Are you shooting at the one that the prototype is attacking, or at another?
At another. I don't know.
All right, take a shot.
Okay, that is 2 successes and 1 failure.
Your round does not hit. It strikes at a pillar next to them, ricocheting off. The splinters, go against their face a bit, but your shot misses. Let me see if they notice where you are.
Okay.
They have an inkling of where you are, but you were able to duck back behind the dumpster after your shot, so they did not see you, but they have a general direction of where you shot from.
All right. Human is going to take a swing at G.
What are they using?
Yeah, their carbon saber.
Very well.
That is 2 successes and a failure. That is not enough to pierce.
I had a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes to block and push them away.
Yeah, the human gets thrown back against the floor and goes skidding.
I pursue, swinging my chain saber down upon them. That is a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes.
This got dead.
All but one of my dice was a success.
All right, roll your damage.
That is a total of 7 points of damage to him again, as my chain saber slashes through his leg.
All right, he's not dead yet, but he's well on his way.
Affirmative.
Mika's gonna take another shot. That is 1 success and 2 failures.
Again, your shot goes wide. This time you didn't hit the pillar, but it goes wide on the other side, and we'll see if the guy notices you. No, he still doesn't notice you. You're able to drop down, just like essentially throwing your legs out from under you, and you pop onto your bum. But the guy is going to shoot his own at you, or in your direction. That's a 1 success, so it hits like the wall next to the dumpster.
Wow, okay. Can you pull up the spells list, please?
Like the air spells, please. Next time we're actually gonna roll in order for this.
Yeah, actually, we didn't do initiative.
I stand up and I pull from my tool belt a wrench that belongs to my father, but I took off his bench. And it's something that I have discovered as I'm working on mechas and robots and so on, working on the things for the prototypes, that I can use it to channel whatever sort of energy manipulation happens inside of me. So I pull it and it open and it telescopes out, and I bring it up and swing it forward, and I cast Binding Winds on the man who was shooting at us. I use the power of the air to wrap around him and contain him so that he will no longer be able to move. This is an easy difficulty for me, so it shouldn't be a problem. This is a mentality roll for me. That's 5 successes and 1 neutral, so it definitely works.
I see my mistress stand up and cast this. I am going to take an action at this time, and I am going to do my jump charge towards this new adversary, which allows me to double my movements in a straight line towards them and can't rocket into them, with my rocket boots going at full blast. So we need to make a power contest.
Okay, power.
Power for that guy.
We'll say that he's
He's got 5. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
This is interesting. I've got 2 successes, 2 failures. So basically it evens out.
I have 1 success, 1 failure, and 4 neutrals.
So nothing happens.
Nothing happens. I do not take him with me, but he does take a total of 2d6 plus my power as damage. 12 points of damage to him as I slam shoulder first into him.
He is not dead yet, but he will be soon. Alright. That was a surprise, seeing this little slip of a Mersta stand up. She looks like she might be all of 19 years old or something like that. Probably a college kid, probably here on spring break. I remember being on spring break. I stand up and take another shot.
Another 2 points of difficulty because there is now a prototype in front of you on that guy.
Well, I'll stand up, take a look, see that, and turn my aim towards the guy on the floor.
Yep.
I'm assuming this is a hard difficulty.
It'll be a hard difficulty.
This probably won't happen. Yeah, this probably won't happen. It didn't happen. I took the shot anyway.
1 success.
I haven't been counting how many rounds I've used. I'm starting to panic a little bit.
3 rounds.
Yeah, that's not counting what he did before he landed
That's
behind
true.
the dumpster.
At this point, the guy on the floor is going to use half his movement to get up, and then the other half of his movement to draw out a pistol as well. He's going to shoot at the prototype who cut him up really bad and has its back turned towards him. It's going to be a finesse weapon. Finesse roll. That is 4 successes against G, so the shot does land.
And it pierces
Yep.
any shields that he has.
So that is a total of 2 damage to G.
He hardly even feels it, I bet.
Ow.
Gee!
I'm going to ignore the sting for a moment and eviscerate the person in front of me. I'm going to swing at my chain saber at the person in front of me. And that is a total of 4 successes.
Nice.
So it will land, doing a total of 6 damage.
Yeah, he's dead.
The human falls to the ground, and I turn towards the person who just shot me, and I begin to move towards it, or him, ? I am uncertain about biological genders.
So my spell was dispelled the moment that G's hit landed, so I'm going to need to find something else to do. I step out from behind the dumpster, and I need the spell list again. I'm still using air, because that's what I have pulled up, and I'm going to cast Tempest Strike. This is my second of 7 novice spells that are available to me. I'm going to need to step closer in order to cast this one. It's an arcanting attack.
It's also contested. 2 successes.
2 successes as well.
Well, he matches, so he is not blasted back 5
But he does take
squares, but he does take your damage.
He does take 1d6 of damage. 2 damage.
And with that, he actually crumples to the ground.
Okay, G, it's okay. I stand up from behind the dumpster and I take a look around. My gut tells me that something is off. So I'm going to use my intuition skill and take a look around. Yeah, that's 3 successes.
All right, as you're looking around, you see from one end, you see a figure darting away, but just a few stalls down from where they disappeared, you hear and see people running towards you that are not the station security.
I recognize them. They belong to the family Qui-Gon. They're the reason that this whole mess started. A shout goes up and I know that they've spotted us. I return my pistol to its spot on my chest. Okay, we should go. We should go.
What?
We should go. Come on.
And who are you?
Mick Caulfield, I'll explain on the way.
My lady, are you well?
I'm fine. How are you? You got hit.
I am well.
Well, we should probably go then.
As you wish.
We are supposed to evacuate. We're not essential personnel.
That is very
Just
true.
hurry it up and come this way.
And so the human, the MRSA, and the 8-legged prototype are running away.
8-legged? I thought it was 4-legged.
So the human is leading this MRSA girl and a 4-legged prototype at her heels away out of the marketplace through one of the back alleys to the little used corridors through the station. He's weaving and ducking through all these paths that she normally would not have taken. They're the paths behind everything, where the workers and everyone, they operate, getting from place to place, but not the people who come to the station.
Definitely not something that Tilby herself would probably even know how to seek out, even if she wanted to experience it.
Oh, heavens, no. There are lots of people here, but hearing Mick coming through and the sound of G's feet, they do make space. These people have a pact with themselves that if people are running like this, they close up the gap behind them and act like nothing has happened. Like there's this underlying law of these background people that you help each other out.
Well, and a lot of them recognize me, let's be honest.
That is true.
As I run, I cut a pretty discernible figure, somebody that a lot of folks are going to recognize just from my shape. I wear a trench coat. In the vents of my trench coat is a jetpack that comes out when it's necessary. I'm going to save it because it's not in the best of shape anymore. It was secondhand. And over my left eye, I wear a green eyeglass scanner. I turn down a couple more back alleys and get to a point where I know how to open up the wall. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to open it up and motion them through. We're now inside the walls where the wires of the station are, inside one of the vents.
I do not like where this human is leading us, my lady.
I beg your pardon, I should introduce myself.
Yes, who are you?
I reach into my trench coat and I pull out a digital card that has my photo on it and some registration. It's a business card. It's a digital information device. I'm Mick Caulfield. I run a private investigation business.
Of course. I am not pleased to see that information. These sorts of gumshoes are not the highest quality. They are also not the most reputable of professions.
Are you saying this aloud, G?
No, this is internal dialogue.
All right.
I have my suspicions upon this human.
Sorry for dragging you around like that, but I could see the rest of the family coming. That was the family Qui-Gon. They're looking for something, and I happen to know where it is, and I'm really sorry, but now that they've seen you with me, they're probably going to be after you too. I'm going to take you someplace safe.
I rolled to see if I had any recognition of this name. I did not. I rolled no successes.
Let me roll to see if I recognize the family Qui-Gon. I've got, connections. I'm also going to add a die because my expertise is noble blood, because of how I grew up and who my family is. That is 2 successes and 2 failures.
No, that was going to be at least a tough rating. No, you've never heard of this family Qui-Gon.
Well, I've also never been on this station before.
Of course, you've never really left MRSA space before.
Are you okay? You look like you might be bleeding. That's nothing that a little skin patch can't take care of. That's pretty fancy robot you got. G isn't a robot.
I am not a robot.
They're a prototype. Oh, right. Yeah, I've heard of your type before.
As I have heard of yours.
Humans, I should hope so. We're taking over this galaxy. Little by little.
Unfortunately, yes.
We're in our rebuilding years, okay? The war on Judah was pretty nasty, but we're doing what we can out here. And we're making something of ourselves. You know, coming out here, allying with some people, getting some work done, getting a reputation for our work ethic and for our ability to just keep going.
So, Mick, you lead them through the inner workings of the wall for a while, and then you come to your exit spot. Crank it open, drag the panel away, you come out, close it, and you're in a residential area. It's slummy. It's one of the ghettos of the station. but it is a residential area. There's, apartments and stuff stacked upon each other throughout this boulevard. And again, it is not a place that Tilby or G would have ever encountered.
There's a safe house not too far from here. I'll take you there. And, you can spend the night and, we'll make a plan in the morning, I guess.
Oh, it's all right.
In the morning, we will return to her family.
No, we probably don't even need to wait that long, G. I'll take care of it.
What do you mean?
Well, my family has connections here. We're probably just fine.
Connections?
Yeah, so my dad is the owner and my mom is the CEO of Nebatine Automations.
Oh, you mean the people who do the expo every year?
Yep, that's them. So probably as soon as they know where we are, we'll be fine. I wouldn't worry about us too much.
Yeah, you don't know the Qui-Gon family.
We have never heard of this Qui-Gon family.
Well, allow me to elucidate you.
Perhaps we should go somewhere to speak. We are getting strange looks of bystanders here.
We're not, actually. This is how people always look down here. Hey, Martha.
Oh, hey, sweetie.
Morning, Trevor.
Yep. Is it morning yet?
Yep, just more of the same.
Oh, good night.
Good night. Down this way, and he's going to lead them in a labyrinth through several more alleys, greeting fewer and fewer people as they go, and eventually comes to a building of apartments. It goes up 3 flights. There's no escalators, there's no elevators. This is just steps. We are in the slummy part of town.
Just steps. Oh dear. I take some time because I have 4 legs. It's a little bit rougher for me to go up.
See, I told you should have allowed me to upgrade that.
It is all right. I made it to the 1st tier now. Attempting the 2nd.
Can we just wait for him a little bit?
Yeah, no, that's fine. It's not drawing any attention at all. It's fine.
I'm okay.
Yep.
I have reached the 3rd tier.
So I go over to a door and I rap out a kind of complex rhythm on it.
Several locks can be heard being undone from the inside of the store. It creaks open. You can't see anything through it because it's dark. Then it opens, and there's this maybe 5-foot-tall human woman with bright blue hair, undercut, the sides and back shaved. It's falling over her face. She's dressed a lot like Mick, with big coat, jeans, boots, hands on hips. She looks up at Mick and beyond at the other 2. Aye, well, what have you here?
Brought you something.
Yeah, you always bring me the best.
I know. Can we come in?
What's the password?
Blair, sweetheart, I'm so sorry, and I will bring flowers next time.
You better, I'm a bit hungry.
I was short on time.
Aye, well, get your sorry lot in here.
All right, in you go. Can you fit?
Affirmative.
Ah, well, a prototype. Well, I haven't seen one of your lot down here for a while. Come in.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm sorry we didn't call ahead.
Aye, well, Mick does that.
I'm Tilby.
Blair.
It's nice to meet you, Blair. This is G354X. He's my buddy.
It is an honor to meet you.
Aye, well, enter. She closes the door.
I'm going to avail myself of your washroom and get some skin patches on, if that's all right with you.
Aye, I don't want you bleeding all over my place.
I'm not bleeding all over.
Laser wound, already cauterized.
It wasn't just the laser wound. But yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm fine.
So tell me, What's a Mercer girl like you doing all the way down here?
Oh, well, I'm here for the expo. And also I wanted to, we were hoping to get to the Kith metalworker who's down on the second level of the market.
Ah, you want to meet Sky Eagle?
Yeah, so I'd read about her online, and I thought that it would be really cool to meet her and see about maybe getting some knives to put on G, and, you know. But I know it's expensive and everything, but I think he's worth it. And I'd really like to upgrade him while we're here, you know, and while I've got all the resources available to me, you know.
Oh, that's sweet. Oh, would you two like some tea?
I would love some, thank you so much.
Oh, I should make it. All right, I can go do that.
If you're making tea, I'll take some. Coffee would be... Coffee would be better, but I'll take tea.
You know, I don't have that stuff here.
Or could you just give me a hand? Just quick. I can't. It's the one on my back. You're such a jerk.
Alrighty. Ooh. Get that
Yeah.
jacket off.
Yeah,
Come on.
they got the rocket, didn't they?
No, they got the strap, not the rocket itself.
Well, that's a mercy anyway.
I mean, rather quick to fix this, but you're gonna have a lovely scarf with the rest of the collection you got.
It's hardly the first one. Here's a patch. Could you just get it on? Ow! Okay, no, that's not how that's supposed to be affixed.
Aye, well, it's on you now. Pecks him on the cheek and goes to the little kitchenette she has and starts doing some tea.
She is lucky she's so cute.
My lady, I am confused and concerned.
What's there to be confused about?
Their interactions seem hostile to one another, but also very familial in a way. I am very confused at their interactions.
Oh, don't be. That's a very human thing to do.
To hurt one another out of love?
Well, they know that they're not actually hurting each other. They're teasing.
Oh,
Yeah.
teasing. Yes.
It's a pretty normal thing among both humans and Dracos.
It is a biological thing.
Well, not all biological races do it.
The chaotic biological races.
Right, exactly.
All right, sweeties, here's your tea.
Thank you very much.
Big metal mug for you, metal man, and my only ceramic one for you, dear.
I appreciate it very much. I'm sorry for the trouble.
Ah, no trouble. Mick does this every once in a while. So, how are you two and he connected? What sort of deal did he break you?
Oh, well, we met behind a dumpster.
That's not the best of places to meet Mick.
I'd say it was a pretty decent one. It was about the best cover that was available to us.
Hold on. You met during a fight.
Well, we just happened to be there.
Did you at least get the contract in writing?
What contract?
Mick, I'm going to skin you alive.
What now?
You didn't write up a contract for these two people?
Can I just piss in peace for once?
No, not with this sort of thing hanging over your head.
I'll be there in like 2 seconds, okay?
I am counting.
It's a figure of speech.
Oh. I will turn off my stopwatch.
Thank you.
Alrighty, Mick, explain yourself with these two. What sort of contract did you negotiate but didn't write up? That's not like you, and last time you did, you knew what I'd do to you.
There is no contract. I brought them here because they'll be safe here.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything. Okay? We
Aye?
had some bad luck. That's all.
You in bad luck? Really?
I-
That's a surprise.
Okay, listen here. When I am lucky, I am very, very lucky.
When you are lucky, all the girls swoon.
No, it's just this was not one of my better days, that's all.
Right? So tell me about it.
I got it. And he reaches into his trench coat and pulls out a small device that fits in the palms of both his hands. And it's a dark silver metal, matte finish, but you can tell that there must be some way to open it. There's hinges on one side. It's got lights kind of blinking intermittently through a screen, through like a shell.
Blair's eyes go wide and her face goes pale. You daft fool bringing that here?
They didn't know that I grabbed it. They thought that Phil still had it.
She reaches out and takes it from your hands for a moment. And Tilby, you're watching this exchange, right?
Well, of course I
You're
am.
very
I've
interested.
never actually seen humans interact up close before, and it's really interesting.
Can you roll me an observation?
Sure.
It's a judgment.
It's a judgment.
Yeah.
Can I add analysis to that?
Sure.
One success.
Yeah, okay, you don't notice it. To you, it looks like she just grabs it normally, and she's holding it up, and her face is filled with wonder and aghast at the same time.
So there's good news and there's bad news about this. Can we just step into the kitchen a little bit? Like, I know there's not much separation, but can we at least step into the kitchen? Just set it down. It's fine.
She gently sets it down on an upside-down crate.
Mick pulls her into the kitchen. Listen, I know what you're thinking. It's worse than you think, okay? So I got this one. It's not the only one.
Of course not.
There are 2 others. We thought there was only one more.
Ah, bloody. You got one.
We got
That's
one.
great.
Right.
Where are the other 2?
Well, that's where it gets complicated, and that's where I might need you. One of them is up on the ring, above the expo, and you know that I don't have clearance to get up there anymore on my own.
We can't let it get to the expo.
Well, I mean, like, it might already be planted.
We can't let them turn it on.
Well, why do you think I went to such trouble to get this one?
All right, who's paying you? Who are you doing this job for?
Blair, you know I can't tell you that.
If I'm going to help you with this one, I need to know.
All right, so I got hired by a middleman. I don't know who the higher-ups are.
Mick.
I'm gonna get paid.
Aye. And I need some upgrades for my ship.
I'm not asking you for a handout, okay?
Feels like it.
I'm asking you for help, but I'm not asking you for money. Okay, I'm not asking you for resources. I just need a way to get up to the ring.
You need my body.
I mean, yes. Yes.
Blessing of the stars, you are a curse. Such a beautiful one at that.
We had some bad luck today, okay? We lost Phil.
Not Phil.
We did.
Ah, man, he still owed me some money.
Sorry about that.
Oh, he was a good drinker, too.
Yeah, we also, I'm pretty sure that we lost Annette. I saw her go down and I didn't see her get back up.
And if the family's chasing and if she was still alive, well, she wouldn't be for much longer.
I'm pretty sure that we lost the Dragos kid, too.
You got a Dragos in on this?
I did.
How much did that cost you?
Too much.
Yeah, with them? Was he
Right.
straight out of academy or was he a failure?
I didn't ask.
Probably a failure.
Well, he was one of those.
Burned out.
I mean, it's possible. It's possible.
What is he, one of those shiny eyes?
Yeah.
Oh, heavens. Well, you don't have to pay for him now.
Too late. I paid a deposit, okay? Like, you have to pay your people. They
Aye.
gotta eat.
Just watch your back around the Dragos now. With that one gone. They love their shiny eyes.
I don't know if he died. He could have just, like, dropped through the floor for all I know. I didn't see it happen.
Enough with your dead team. You need to get to the ring, or do you need to get down to where the expo is?
We know that one of them is in the ring. We don't know where the third one is. Just a little favor. Just help me out this one time.
What are you going to give me?
Blair, I'm so broke.
You
Do
always are.
you want to know? Do you want to know? Okay, I will tell you. Just a minute. Let me check.
No, you don't have to tell me how much is in your account right now.
7,232 credits. Okay?
Hey,
I have enough for a pod room for tonight. And not much else.
you don't even have rent for your office.
I haven't had an office in 3 months, Blair.
You haven't had an office for 3 months?
3 months, not 30.
Heavens to the stars, human man.
It's okay, so I've had a bad patch lately.
Lately? That sounds like it's been going on longer than the last 3 months.
Enough people die, you have enough funeral expenses, and it gets to you. Blair, I need this job.
Aye, that you do. Have you ever thought about going to a different station?
Of course, how would I get there?
Bumming a ride? Knowing you, some sweetie would take a shine to you and take you there and you'd run away. But alright, enough of that. What are you asking for?
I just need you to get me to the ring. I'll take it from there. I'm not asking you to put your body on the line. I'm not asking for you to put yourself in danger. I just need you to get me up to the ring and past the clearance point so that I can get to the other one.
And what are you going to do about these two?
I was hoping they could stay here for the night.
Aye, for the night. But did the family see them? Your prototype there, he's pretty discernible, very noticeable.
Yeah,
In a crowd, even if he's just running away. How many prototypes got 4 legs around here and are all that shiny?
she's okay. She's just some little rich kid, okay? Her parents run the expo. She's gonna be fine. Qui-Gon isn't gonna touch that.
Not unless they pull this job off. If they pull this job off, she's gone just like the rest of her company.
Well, then we gotta make sure that they don't pull it off, hey? Let's go to the living room. Which is all of, 15 feet away.
Less. This is a tiny space.
This is a really interesting box.
What are you doing, my lady?
I'm just opening the box.
Please do not do that.
Why not?
We do not know what it is.
Yeah, we do.
What is it?
It's a code. Like, it's a cold holder.
Should we be opening it?
I don't see why not.
They seem to have a minor argument over it, over its presence and what it is.
I mean, it's a pretty well-made one. It was probably expensive, but it's fine. I know what I'm doing. Maybe they were arguing because it's broken. I can fix it for them.
I do not advise that,
Just give me a moment.
miss.
Oh, whoops, sorry.
Ow.
I'm sorry.
Of course, I forgive you.
Did you get hurt, by the way? I can fix that.
I suffered minor damage.
I'll fix that.
Thank you.
I'm gonna pull out my repair kit and spend some time working on G.
All right, why don't you please roll? It will be a mentality.
Plus, I'm proficient, so.
Yeah.
And I have proficiency because I've been doing this for a long time in my parents' company, and I'm immersed.
Yes.
Oh, no. Oh, okay. That's 3 successes. 3 successes and 1 failure, so 2 successes.
You don't quite get it all. I was putting it at an average success.
Sure,
Because
sure.
you're not versed in repairing damage from a fight.
Right. That makes
So,
sense.
You don't get all of it. He gets 1 HP back.
Okay. And yeah, so I popped open the box, and it's really interesting. It looks like it's some sort of program. It looks like it's a prototype program, actually. Looking at it,
That it does.
you know what it looks like to me? It looks like the sort of program that would be put into your. You know how sometimes you transfer consciousness?
Please keep your voice down about that.
Okay, you know how sometimes you transfer consciousness?
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Why do I have to keep my voice down if you're not going to keep your voice down?
My voice has been lowered.
It has not.
adjusting my volume. It is now at its minimal setting.
Oh my gosh, gee. Did that get damaged too?
Not that I'm aware of.
Takrakeen. Alright, so it looks like, when you transfer consciousness.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. I have yet to do that myself.
Right, well, it looks like the sort of thing that you would use to prep the new body.
Oh, a new brain.
Kind of, like software that would prepare the actual, mecha that you were taking yourself into. Right, this would happen, as the transfer was happening, the same time as you.
Of course.
That's what it looks like, anyway.
The protective coating that would usher in the transfer and allow the connections to finalize properly.
Yeah, give me a moment.
Should it be glowing like that?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
I've never seen the sequence before, though.
What the bloody hell are you doing?
I was just looking at the programming.
Oh, to all the stars in the sky, what are you doing? Close that, please. For heaven's sake, close that.
But if I close it now, the sequence would start.
Turn it off.
Well, it's a little bit more complicated than just turning it off.
Shut it down.
Right, well, it'll take a couple minutes, but okay.
Do it.
So she starts to shut it down. And it takes a while, and it's a very uncomfortable, tense room.
Blair doesn't move at all as she's watching this happen.
So did you want it, completely, taken offline, then?
That would be the best.
Okay, well...
For everyone. Yeah.
Okay, then. Wow, okay. I thought this was something for the expo, maybe.
Please roll a programming check.
Okay. So I'm going to have that be under... Do you reckon crafting or analysis?
How many points do you have in crafting?
I mean, just the one.
Okay.
Because I'm a level 1.
True, right.
But it's mentality, so it's her best.
Let's do analysis, actually.
Okay. Doesn't matter. It's the same. Oh, that's terrible. That's 2 successes and 1 failure. 2 failures, actually, excuse me. And 3 neutral.
Tildy, it starts blinking and going sideways on you.
Oh, shoot. Can I try that again?
Make it quick.
That's not better.
I think something actually snaps on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I think I just broke your hardware. I'm so sorry.
Is it still running?
Oh, the program won't be able to transfer like this. No, I'm so sorry.
Then that's all right.
Do you want me to...
If it cannot transfer, that's okay. That's okay.
I could repair it.
No.
Okay.
If it can't transfer and you can't shut it off, it's better like that.
Okay. Are you okay? I mean, are you all right?
You have no idea what that is, do you, dear?
Well, I mean, obviously it's a prototype programming for their mecha.
That's a relic from the AI wars.
Oh. Oh, I thought it looked familiar.
Oh, sweet stars, Mersta.
What? Well, you can't expect me to remember everything from school. This isn't the more interesting part.
That thing, if you let it go all the way through, would take over your metal friend here, and all other prototypes and mechanoids within the vicinity. And whoever has the encryption key and control of that device would have control of them.
Hold up, who let the girl have control of my box? I need to turn that in.
I think she took control of it.
Sorry, I didn't know. It looked like interesting technology.
Of course it did. It's shiny. So in the future, please don't touch it.
What, did you get it to shut off, though?
Yeah?
Well, then it's fine, right?
In a way.
Is it functional?
No, sorry.
No, don't be sorry. That's awesome. Okay.
Of course you'd say that.
Well, it's the truth, isn't it?
It's better that it doesn't work at all. For all of us. We don't want to go down those roads again.
I'd say maybe some better explanations are in order.
Aye, get to talking.
Right. So, I was hired to find this.
And you have succeeded so far?
Yeah, obviously. Only 4 people died.
But it is in your possession, minus being in my mistress's hands at the moment.
No, I set it down.
Yes, you did.
It's not in my hands then.
It is in your possession?
No, it's...
No, it is in Mr. Mick's possession.
Right.
Do you have a scanner? An extra scanner, Blair, that we could show them?
Oh, I've got my own.
And she pulls out like this top-of-the-line pair of eyeglass scanners. It's new. It is in good shape. It looks like it has been used, but it looks like it has been well kept.
Of course she has the Mark 7. Of course, Mark 7. What we've all been drooling about since it came out last year.
Oh, I didn't
No offense, dear.
I didn't get this last year.
No offense. You just have a very beautiful scanner. We're all jealous.
Okay.
Even your metal friend G here, he really wants one just like that.
His is better than mine.
Do I?
Yeah, no, I don't think he wants this one.
I do not want that one. Please do not put words in my mouth. Figure of speech.
Aye, right. Please continue, Mick.
Wait, I just want to get one thing straight. You disabled this without using the scanner?
Well, yeah, it didn't occur to me to pull it out till now.
Uh-huh. Okay. You look at this kid. She's maybe as tall as Blair is. 5 feet of feistiness and not much else. But this kid, she's built like a Marista. She's a twig. You could snap her in half between 2 fingers. Curly hair and eyes as big as saucers. She ticks off all the reasons why Marista weren't killed off years ago. They're too cute to kill. Never mind the fact that they're one of the most terrifying races that exist in this universe. Their minds are like steel traps. There isn't a language they can't learn. There isn't a biology that they can't figure out. And one of them is sitting here in Blair's living room, and it just disabled the thing that I was supposed to turn in 6 hours. Holy shit, I'm supposed to turn that in 6 hours. Yeah, so anyway, there's a couple more of them, and I know where one of them is. I don't know where the other one is, and I'm on a bit of a time crunch, so I'm gonna need you two to stay here, lay low, don't worry about a thing. Blair and I will just be gone a couple of hours. If we're not back in a couple of hours, you call your parents, get things taken care of, and get off the station.
You said this thing would take control over my body and other automatons in the vicinity.
Well, yeah, probably, yeah,
And there are 2 more like it.
yes,
And one is near the expo.
at least.
Then I will let
Wait,
my
how did you hear-
services-
The kitchen isn't very far away.
Okay, fine, so...
She's got you there, sweetie.
Yeah, you can shut up. Okay, so why are you here anyway?
You brought us here.
No, I meant the station.
The expo.
Well, I mean, not really. I mean, like, I didn't have to come. My parents don't force me to do that sort of stuff or whatever. But, like, I heard that there were Celestia on this station.
Oh, heavens to the stars.
Is it not true?
Aye, Celestia come here from time to time.
You know that they're people, though. They're not like a zoo exhibition. You don't just come here and stare at them.
Oh, look, there's Dragos. Let's see them. Oh, look, there's cats. Humans. Good specimen.
Well, it's not like that. That's not why I want to meet him.
Dear, I'm not trying to poke fun at you and your curiosity. It's just that your species has a reputation.
Well, sure, but I'm here looking for Celestia because I think they might be able to help me.
With what?
Okay, so you know how, like, Kith can manipulate their energy and heal each other? And, like, Dragos can manipulate elements and things like that?
Aye?
And Celestia can manipulate elements too, but it's not tied to their biology, it's tied to the energy of the universe around them.
It's tied to celestial realm, where they're essentially from.
Right. Well, I've been having some really weird things happen lately. And it looks more celestial than Dragos. And so I thought maybe I could find somebody to help me.
Blair leans back on the small card table used as dining table, crosses her arms over her chest like, what sorts of problems?
Well, like when I'm really mad at somebody and I accidentally put them on fire. Or like when G is in danger and I like throw the wind and it creates a barrier so he can get away.
You're talking about magic?
I'm talking about energy manipulation.
That's the same thing, dear.
Well, I don't think so. I mean, it's not magic. If I could have somebody explain to me what was going on, I would be able to understand it.
Can you do something right now?
Right now,
Right now.
Okay. She's gonna cast like a tiny little tornado in her hands.
Oh, that's cute. Look at that wee thing.
Well, I don't want to hurt your apartment.
It's been trashed before, it'll be trashed again, so it's alright. But that's wee and cute.
I wouldn't worry about it too much. That's something. I've never seen anybody outside of Dragos do that. I suppose a Thaumatek. I've met some Thaumateks who could do that.
Aye, Thaumatecs can do that.
What's a Thaumatek?
They're people who can tap into the other realms, pull out their magic.
Yeah, humans are catching on to it pretty quickly, actually.
Aye. It's still not very widely known outside of the cloisters of Thaumatecs. It seeps here and there, random things, random rifts get onto people, or something through the bloodline.
Anyway, this has been real fun, but I'm gonna need you to sit tight. I gotta go. See you in a couple hours.
Mick, they're coming with us.
I'm sorry, Blair. I could swear that you just said that this very recognizable robot and this tiny child are coming with us in a place where we know that the Qui-Gon family is going to be. We know that they're probably going to do some damage. You know that there's going to be collateral that happens with this. We can't take them with, Blair.
You had a team of 5 with the Dragos, shiny-eyed Dragos, and it's just you.
I got lucky.
You got unlucky too, at the same time.
You know me. I don't want to put anybody else in that sort of danger.
And you wanted me to come with, huh?
I'm wanting you to get me there. We've already been over this. I'm not asking you to do it for me or with me. I just need the chance. It's a very human thing. I just need a chance.
Alright, you two. Are you coming with? I know you, big man, you feel some personal stake in this being a prototype and this stuff can take you over.
But if he goes with, won't that put him in more danger? Like if the other one gets activated? I don't want that to happen to my buddy.
It is a risk I am willing to take if it will keep my brethren from being hacked.
Why don't I just call my parents and let them know?
Believe me, you don't want your parents on the bad side of the Qui-Gon family.
No. With this sort of thing, you want everything going as normally as it can. As of right now, they think everything is going just fine.
No, they know this one's missing. They just don't know that I haven't.
Well, that's even better. They'll be looking elsewhere, which in the meantime will give us a chance to get up, get the other ones, and get out.
We're gonna have to move fast, though, because you two stick out around here. They'll have noticed.
And in exchange for that, I can help you find a Celestia.
Really?
Aye. They might not be much help, but you'll be able to meet one.
Really, honestly, I want that more than anything in the world. And that would mean a lot to me.
Oh, bless all the stars in the sky, you are cute.
Don't let the cuteness fool you. Alright, we gotta go. If we're gonna go, we're on a time crunch. Let's make it happen.
Everyone out, everyone out.
And there you have it. The first episode ever of KnKplayVotV is in the books. Thank you very much to Trevor over at Veil of the Void for providing that demo book and giving us the inspiration to, try out something that we've never done before. This was a really good stretch for us. A couple nitty-gritty notes. You'll notice that we mentioned a lot of different races. Not all of those that we mentioned are going to be in that demo book. They're not going to be in Veil of the Void. And you want to know why? Because they're homebrewed. Honestly, some of these are things that Keith and I have been working on for 10, 12 years. Some of them, honestly, since before we even got married. So, Kith, Mersta, Dragos, those are all on us. You won't find them in the Veil of the Void. You will find the Celestias mentioned in the Veil of the Void, you will find humans there, and you'll definitely find prototypes there. As far as the classes, G, as a prototype, is a field knight. He specializes in turning on his rockets and dragging his enemies along and dropping them later on, and really cool sort of cinematic combat opportunities. You heard the word Thaumaturk being thrown around a little bit towards the end there, surrounding Tilby. This, I think, is really where the Veil of the Void system helps sci-fi and fantasy to meet and have some fun together. In this class where mechanical know-how meets elemental magic, and they sort of have a play date. I know we didn't get to see a lot of that in this episode, but I'm hoping that we will in subsequent ones. We didn't see what Blair will be up to, but she is a mimic. You can find the mimic in the demo book. And finally, Mick, well, he didn't really fit in anywhere. Mick was homebrewed. He is what Keith called a PI class, private investigator class, with components borrowed both from what we saw demonstrated in the demo book and, things borrowed from other TTRPGs. Again, we'll see more of that in action in subsequent episodes. There is no upload schedule on this one. We're going to play as we find time to squeeze this in between recording sessions for our main show. But both Keith and I really enjoyed the opportunity to explore a storytelling style, a gameplay style, a role-playing style that's really different from anything that we do in the D&D realm. To record this one, we actually sat side by side with our character sheets just all out in front of us, sharing dice, sharing a dice tray, which is completely different from how we normally approach recording, where we're across the table or at the very least facing each other. The whole dynamic of the gameplay shifted, and that was really interesting to explore, and I think will continue to be. All of a sudden, we're both players, we're both GMs, we're judging roles at the same time that we're making them. And that was really fun. That's not part of the Veil of the Void gameplay. That was just something that we wanted to see if the system could hold up to. Obviously, that kind of RP depends on your players. It doesn't depend on the system. But the fact that there was room for it within the system was pretty cool. And I think that we're going to, as we explore this, find more ways to incorporate dice rolls more organically. As far as nitty-gritty combat, crunchy sort of numbers, that sort of things, I promise we'll get to that. Not sure when. This is very unlike us. We have never uploaded anything that we didn't have at least a continuation of, sometimes even the conclusion of. So this is the first time that we're uploading any part of a one-shot or a mini-series that we didn't have the next part to. But we wanted a chance to be able to showcase this because the Kickstarter will be done at the end of March. We at least wanted the opportunity for people to see a demonstration of some of the things that we were inspired to explore because of it. If you're interested in backing Veil of the Void, you can find their Kickstarter over on Kickstarter. Just go to kickstarter.com, look up Veil of the Void. It's put on by SDG Interactive Publishers. The main author there is Trevor, and we are very, very grateful to get the opportunity to explore a little bit of his world, to mesh it in a little bit with our existing worlds, and have a giant sandbox for all of us to throw our toys into and just see what we can create together. And yeah, now it's officially the end of the show. Y'all know how this goes. Soundtrack music was written by me. All those amazing ambient tracks are by Tim over at tabletopaudio.com. It is life-changing over there. There's a whole sci-fi section. So if you have a space station living in your head that you would like to hear come to life, I highly recommend that you go check out that sci-fi tab at tabletopaudio.com. We are not sponsored, but we are patrons. It's just so good. Hit like, hit share, let your friends know about us, let your friends know about Veil of the Void. We recently started the gigantic task of re-editing some of our early episodes and re-uploading this whole shebang onto our Podbean. We're starting at one of the first major story arcs in our main D&D campaign. Hope you enjoy that. We also have a YouTube channel. Everything that's uploaded to our Podbean will be uploaded there as well. Find us where it makes sense to you. If you enjoyed this episode of Veil of the Void and you want to chat about it, find me over on Twitter, find Keith over on Facebook at KnKplayDND. And finally, this is Karin, the second K of KnKplayDND, or KnKplayVotV. I'm signing off. Thank you for listening, and be well.